Black people in America are some of the most evil people you will ever find, especially towards each other. I'm living proof, and I continue to make these videos to show you guys. Don't let anybody tell you that you shouldn't be afraid of them or you shouldn't whatever. That's a lie. I'm black, and as they tell you, as black as they come. And I'm more afraid of them than probably the average white person.
This is why I wish there was a black Holocaust. You can play this back. I wish there was a black Holocaust. I just wish they rounded up the majority of black folks and put their motherfucking ass in the oven. Black people are disgusting. Black people are the worst people on the planet.
I hope more white people start blasting black folks as many as they damn possibly can. Because niggas ain't shit. The black race is the roaches of humanity.
Slavery? Yep. Black folks, slavery was an option. You chose slavery. It was a choice.
Every day I wake up, I turn on the news, I hope a cop has beat the shit out of a nigga, choked the shit out of a nigga. I don't give a because guess what? When I encounter the cops, they don't punch me, they don't choke me, they don't beat me, they don't do none of that shit. So what I realize is I ain't black. It's niggas versus blacks. And the niggas is the ones that's getting fucked up. I ain't gonna sit up there and just say we all black and I'm with you. No, the fuck I ain't. And I'm gonna make sure as many white people know I'm not with them. If you need some help killing them niggas, enlist me. I will help you kill them niggas because all they do is destroy shit. We don't want niggas around either.
That was Tommy Sotomayor, a big-time YouTuber, wannabe radio host, and part-time pro-black leader. And when I say part-time pro-black, I mean most of the time he preaches the message that he's for blacks and against the niggas, while other times he claims to not even be black, but other. As you can see in those previous clips, he claims that blacks chose slavery and are the most evil people on the planet. He also claims that blacks are the roaches of humanity that should be thrown in an oven. Folks, he even goes further and claims that every day he wakes up in hopes that blacks are killed, and he even encourages whites to enlist him to help slaughter black people. Now, if these things were said by a white person, that individual would be kicked off YouTube. They would be called an evil racist, a white supremacist, and they would never be forgiven for their hate speech. But somehow Tommy Sotomayor is able to be forgiven by blacks and fly under the radar to continue doing his business on YouTube and even go on tour. According to Tommy, most of his supporters are black women. And if that's true, does that mean that black women support the message of genocide against the black race? Can someone explain to me why is it that a black person can say these horrible things to their own people and be forgiven, only to turn around and continue their career of degrading the black race for profit? We all know that Tommy could never spread hate speech about Jews or whites and get away with it, because Jews and whites understand propaganda and the power of the spoken word. Do I believe that all Tommy's current followers are idiots? No, not at all. I believe some of them are looking for entertainment, because Tommy does have a sing and dance routine while degrading his race. And some people will support him for his 2 or 3 hour live streams that they can listen to while they're at work or on the road. His other followers might just follow him because they believe he's not addressing them. They follow the if it doesn't apply, let it fly way of thinking. His other followers may just be demonic and actually hate the black race. The point is, Tommy is a puppet for white racists. He says what they really want to say, and he can get away with what white racists can't get away with.
Let me point something out. People didn't like what I said in the knockout game video, when I said if you see these little niggas coming at you, you should probably shoot them. Well, if this woman had a gun and she had followed my advice, we'd have one less nigga to worry about instead of another violent nigga that's on the street.
When we look online, what we find are racist websites quoting Tommy's rhetoric to justify their racist attitudes. On niggermania.com, we find multiple examples of this. One user posts Tommy's video saying, "Nigger buck tells the truth about sows and their nigglets." Another user says, "That buck gets it. Why doesn't the rest of society get it?" Another user responds saying, "Never trust a nigger, especially a Tom nigger like Sotomayor." In another thread, we find a user post saying Tommy Sotomayor is the only nigger he can stand to listen to. A user responds by saying he doesn't listen to any of them, and he certainly doesn't encourage giving them YouTube views either. When a nigger will utter it is setting up a Back to Africa movement is when he'll listen. In another thread, a user says, for your information, Niggly Bear is a term popularized by nigger Tommy Sotomayor. F that nigger. You're on the right track by joining Nigger Mania and helping to spread the word, the truth about niggers. But don't be fooled by that nigger. He may hate niggers too, but he blames white people just like any other nigger. When we check out the website moonbattery.com, we find a user re-uploading Tommy's video, entitling it, Ban Niggers. In this video, Tommy advocates that whites should shoot black children in the street, and that the president should not ban guns, but ban niggers. This video has over 1 million views and 13,000 likes. Folks, at this point, it should be clear that Tommy is being used by white racists to spread their message. And Tommy's a willing participant because he understands that the more controversial his message is, the more views and the more money he makes. Now, his fans may argue and say that Tommy has no control over what white racists do with his videos, which may be true, but what they won't argue is that Tommy is not speaking white racist talking points. What they won't argue is that Tommy is not doing videos spreading his hate speech in hopes of whites sharing them on their forums. For the most part, Tommy has most of his followers fooled into believing that he's for blacks and he's against niggers. But if you listen carefully, Tommy uses the word black and niggers interchangeably. The funny thing is, most of the white racists that share his videos refer to him as a nigger. Some even refer to him as a buck.
I don't go through any place where it's predominantly white and honestly think, I gotta watch my back. No matter where it is in the United States, you see a bunch of niggers, you gotta watch your back. You go down to New Orleans, if it's a bunch of white people on the street, you never feel like, I might get robbed. If it's a bunch of niggas on the street, you know you gonna get robbed, or you know somebody gonna get robbed, and you know somebody gonna get shot, and you know a fight gonna break out in that bitch.
Tommy has made a career off of degrading black women and pandering to racist whites by spreading their talking points, which is simply, blacks are evil devils and whites are angels that never commit crimes and that you can always feel safe around. I hope people watch this video to the end because towards the end, I'm going to be addressing some popular talking points Tommy's fans and his enablers love to use. But until then, let's get into the meat of this video. Most of us are familiar with Tommy's Fatherless America movie scam, in which started